Hello everybody and welcome to Reboot 01 Selection Pool. I hope you are all excited to start. My name is Yaman Al-Masri and I'll be helping you to go through this selection pool easily inshallah. Today we're gonna talk about two important things or أهم شغلتين اللي هتستخدموها دائما في حياتكم في selection pool and everywhere else. We're gonna talk about get and the terminal. First, let's start with get. شنو يعني get? The first sentence you will see in the first exercise it will talk about get. أول سطر رح تقروه رح يكون عبارة عن يشرح لكم شنو هو get. طيب what is get? Get is like Google Drive but for coding. هو مكان تخزن فيه الأكواد تبعك on the cloud. It's a place to store your codes on the cloud. Now how do we do this? First you start by making a repo. A repository is just a fancy folder. كأنه folder بس شوي متطور. فنسميه PHP scene and that's it. Create the repo. لو بتلاحظوا الحين سوينا الريبو اللي اسمها PHP scene. طيب how do you upload your code to it? To upload your code to the repository you need to clone it first to your machine. أول شيء تسوي نسخة منها على الماشين تبعك. بعدين تحط الأكواد تسوي everything in your local file and then you push it to the cloud. And this step we're gonna do it all the time. تجي على كمبيوتر you clone your repo you do all your work and then you push it back again. يعني تجي تنسخ الملفات اللي موجودة في الكلاود على كمبيوترك تشتغل عليها and تسوي لها رفع مرة ثانية because Git has a special connection between the cloud and the local file. So we call them origin and branch or origin and local file. Okay, so let's start by cloning our repo. عشان to clone our repo we open our terminal. So we open terminal. لو بتلاحظوا in Linux it's called terminal, on Windows it's called command prompt. I'm gonna open a terminal that looks closer to Linux, closer to Ubuntu مشان تنتبهوا. So هاي الترمينال تبعي. الترمينال is just like a computer. كانها كمبيوتر تسوي أي شيء فيه. يعني حاليا لو بتلاحظ if you notice I am inside user Yaman desktop. That means أنا this is exactly like this. But this is with fancy photos and this is without all the fancy graphics. Right? Let's open it again. Here. If I want to see all the files إذا أبي أشوف كل الملفات أسوي ls like this. لاحظوا كل الفايلات طلعت لي نفسها اللي موجودة هني. So now how do you clone your repo? You clone your repo by saying git clone and you take the link. So I'm going to copy the link quickly and just paste it. Here رح يسألك على اليوزر نيم والباسورد but بما انه انا already سويت كلون من قبل فما حيسألني هو بيسألك مرة واحدة بس. If you notice it will says you appear to clone an empty repo. معناتها انت نسخت empty repo. You say it's fine. So if you go back you will see here that the PHP scene is there. Do you see it? معناتها نسخناها وحتى هني فيني ادش عليها من هني. So I say cd PHP scene tab to autocomplete enter. Now I am inside PHP scene. You notice? If I make ls, if I write ls, it will not show anything. Why? Because it is empty. طيب, how do I make files and I populate it, كيف بكتب أكواد and do all of this? Now you have this terminal. You can do everything in the terminal by the way. فيك تسوي أي شيء. بس نحن بنحب نستخدم شيء متطور أكتر اسمه VS Code. So if you Google Visual Studio Code, you will find this. And inside your Visual Studio Code, I want you to go to File and open folder and open, it was in my desktop and it's PHP scene, right? Yeah, this one. So notice, you just opened an empty file. This is your VS Code. فعندك في هالمنطقة here, in this big place, you write all your code. Here is where all your files gonna be. Notice, inside PHP scene, now it's empty. Now we're gonna add stuff to it. And the good thing about VS Code, الشيء الحلو في VS Code إنه لما تطق على terminal, you open new terminal, بيصير عندك terminal هني. So you're all good to go. You have your terminal. I'm gonna change it to Git Bash also, so you guys can. It becomes similar to you guys. Okay. So now عندي الترمينال هني أسوي لي B cd ls مثلا cd dot go back once cd php scene go back to the original place. And it's all here in your VS Code. طيب, let's start building our first file. SH فايل او الشيل فايل او باش فايل، اي شيء تبي تسميه. الباش فايل هو يسوي الكوماندز هني بس علشان sometimes like you need to write a really huge list of commands تسويها بفايل and then you run the file later. Okay, so نروح على هني you see new file, you can do it here or here by saying touch, but I'm just not gonna do this because this is easier. If I say new file and I will name it test.sh, notice that when I say .sh it made it an sh file. Now I can do whatever I want. For example, I can say ls, okay? And now here علشان أشغله, so I wrote ls in the file and now I wanna run it. So I say bash test. You see, nothing happened because I don't have anything in my PHP scene. Okay, let's make another test file. Let's call it like try. And here we can say test sh again. You see, طلع لي test sh and try. So it works exactly كأنها في التيرمينال بس we put it in a file. If you notice حتى الفايل بتحصله موجود هني PHP scene. Do you see it? Test. Okay, now let's try another test by writing our name. So if I say echo اللي هي تطبع and I write my name Yaman like this, and then I will run it bash test كتب اسمي Yaman, and that's how you do it. This is how you make a sh file. هيك بتسوي ال sh file. طب now بعد ما خلينا نقول خلصنا التحدي تبعنا, now how do I push it to my repo؟ لأنه أنت كل سؤال رح تسويه لازم تسوي له push to your repo, تسوي له رفع للريبو وبعدين تسوي له submit في البلاتفورم. So now I can say git add, but notice I need to be inside PHP scene. If I'm not inside PHP scene it will not work. Git add and then the name of the file. بعدين git commit -m and then I write any comment. -m just to add comments. So git add أول شيء it tells the computer what files you want to add. Git commit it makes them ready to push, and finally push just sends them to the cloud. So now git commit. Here sometimes for the first time only it will ask about your username and your email and all of that stuff. Don't panic, just add them. And here git push finally. And now it says it pushed it to my cloud. And notice it's just like magic. If you go back here, you will see that if you refresh, now I have my file in my repo. Okay, and it's right there. وبعدين now you can go and submit. فيك تروح تسوي submit في البلاتفورم and everything will be good. And that's it for the first lesson. See you guys in the next one.